Hi, this is Dee with Divine Now. Revelations. Since the books were tampered with somewhat, we're going to do some revelations of our own. You know, I want to take you back to a time when there was an amphibian being in my bedroom trying to take a sample of my DNA. Remember, I linked that possibly to Igigi, because he's described as an amphibian. Remember, I also found in some of the photos of Mars a statue of that being or something that resembled him. Also talked about the Zika virus. And it's interesting because somebody's been watching my videos recently that's very intrigued by what I have to say, because they know I'm telling the truth. That happened to visit that very video recently. There are no coincidences. Everything happens for a reason and everything means something. It's all connected. Anyway, I want to remind you about that I was visited by an ET that looked like an amphibian that was trying to take my DNA. There's a reason why they wanted my DNA. Just like there was a reason why they wanted Princess Diana's DNA in their bloodline. They wanted to obtain some of that power. So here's the thing. And I've talked about this with people that are close to me. But it's time to release this information. Revelations for you all. Big aha moments. That is the Ace of Swords in the tarot architecture. That's the aha moment. When you're delivered the Sword of Destiny. Truth and clarity. It's what this channel has always been about. Although I had one person accuse me of lying. I believe they'll be recanting very soon. That is one thing I am not. I'm an Aquarius. I detest liars. I had a good friend that has memories from being from Mars. He knows it. He's an RH negative. He lives in the UK. I hope he's doing okay. He knows who he is. He has memories of Mars. They saw that statue. I did. I saw that statue that looked like the being that was trying to collect my DNA. And when I caught them at it, because they had drugged me, and when they realized I wasn't asleep, He was scared, and for good reason. Damn good reason. Because Bank, he will be dealt with. If he hasn't already, Gabriel does have a bit of a temper. So here's the thing. The Igigi were given the planet Mars originally. They're RH negative. They were the first gen Anunnaki that were developed. First gen. Mars was a bit of a way station, but it was also a habitable planet, just like Earth. The problem is the war in heaven. A planet was decimated, and when it came apart, it destroyed the atmosphere around Mars. And so they were given a place of sanctuary on the planet Earth. They are called the Watchers. They did not hold dominion and were never given dominion of the planet. They were supposed to be caretakers to help protect you, but they did not. They're known as the Igigi. They are the RH negatives. Now, before you freak out because you're an RH negative, that doesn't mean you're an Igigi. That means you have some Igigi blood in your veins. That's because they mixed with the humans on the planet, something they were not supposed to do. We suspected that they were treacherous traitors, so they were tested to see if they could be trusted. They failed the test. It's something I have suspected for a very long time, that the RH negs are Igigi. First gen, created by the Anunnaki gods. So when I talk about the Igigi RH negatives, I'm not speaking about, if you're not jet setting and living in castles and living the high life, you're not one of them. They don't see you as one of them. You're not pure enough. They see you as cattle, just like everybody else. They don't give two shites about you, except for to pad their living lifestyle. So the Igigi were younger gods, basically. But they're not gods. They're not the gods. Although they'd love for you to think they are. They're busy right now on this planet trying to convince you that they're gods. And they have followers actually doing things such as bowing down to them. They use fear to control. They're the ones that have been tampering with the ancient text, I might add. hmm They couldn't be trusted. Now you see the result of what their rule is like. It's what is going on right now on this planet. And their attempts to stop what's inevitable. Because you can't beat the machine. But nice try. The Igigi are on notice. Spring clean for the May Queen. It's written in the stars. They knew it was coming. They tried to stop it. They were unsuccessful. So, the Igigi. Yes. Let's take a look at what that means. Igigi are the gods of heaven in mythology of Mesopotamia, though sometimes synonymous with the term Anunnaki. They are not Anunnaki, because they wouldn't lie. They were servants of the Anunnaki who rebelled, and they were replaced by the creation of humans. That's the positive bloodlines. They would love you to believe that RH negatives are more talented, spiritually gifted. That's incorrect. Both gens, Gen 1 and Gen 2, have Anunnaki blood. They both do. Created in the image. That does not make the positives inferior. Actually, it's quite the other way around. The positives are more powerful for reasons. Anticipated betrayal. Let's call it that. Let's look at the etymology. Of the word Igigi. The Akkadian language, Gi stands for penetrate sexually. Therefore, the Igigi could be translated to eyes in the sky, the watchers who deflower. Hint, hint. They were supposed to watch over you and protect you, and they took advantage. They think themselves superior. But here's the thing. The true creator wasn't stupid. Not by a long shot. The whining, incessant ramblings of the Igigi. Yeah. Trust she knew that they would do exactly as they did. See, the Igigi then rebel against the dictatorship of Enlil. Gabriel. Yep. All right. Another seeker. Someone that's likely part of the team and doesn't realize it and hasn't gotten the full picture just yet. Put up this video. Anunnaki story of Enlil's deal with the devils Azazael, Harut, and Samyaza. Marut? Here's the thing. I don't believe Samyaza is incarnate because he is using, anything's possible. But he's using music apps to speak to people, particularly a gentleman named Nathan. And he got Nathan and his followers to collect money because they were going to start putting billboards up in Florida, professing Sam as God. No joke. That actually happened. That actually happened. Real time, real day, just a couple of years back. That channel has drifted off into silence because some very wise people sensed that something was not right. The Sam is not God. Not even close. It's funny because these guys run around acting like they're gods. These Igigi. They're controlling the planet right now. Or they were. Anyway, they're still trying to convince you, still to this day, that they're doing right by you, that they're the gods you should worship. You know, it's interesting because one that's incarnate claims to be on the same team. You better hope so. You know, there's one thing this guy, Spirit of God, he has some things right, but he has some things wrong. But let me play this little clip for you real quick.
Sloth, wrath, envy, and pride. Next, I take you to two people.
Let me slow it back down. Okay.
Peter 2:4. Did God
Peter 2:4.
spare even the angels who sinned? He did not. He held them captive in Tartarus, consigned them to the pits of darkness to be guarded until the day of judgment.
All right. He consigned them to the pit. Where exactly do you think the pit is? It's here. It's here. They were guarded by another god. He's known as Archangel Uriel. He's also known as Cernonos, Hades, Hermes. He had them in cages. Mm-hmm. And guess who released them? At the same time baptizing Hermes, Hades, in that cave. 2 angels got released. 2 doves flew out. There's a reason for everything. Listen why.
Do you know who Harut and Marut is? Do you know how they guarded captive and Tartarus, consigned them to the pits of darkness to be guarded until the day of judgment?
Until the day of judgment. That's coming based on what they're telling me. Yep, that's coming. Like Gabriel said, TikTok, time's up. Gabriel calls them the great pretenders. That's why there's so much confusion down here. The Igigi are running around calling themselves Gabriel, calling themselves Inky, calling themselves the goddess, and they're not. They're not. Anyway, he goes on to claim that Allah is Gabriel. He's mistaken. Allah. Go down here in the comments. Here we go. Is Raphael El Elyon. Allah is the feminine name for God. Just like the cube in Mecca with the rather large vagina on the corner, the rejected cornerstone. Any light bulbs going off for anybody now? It's representative of God the Mother, who without the help of another brought forth the only begotten Son of God, the first masculine. Therefore, the divine masculine name of God is Yahweh, Gabriel. Allah is the divine feminine, the actual creator, the one that created Yahweh. Don't get it twisted. So bits of truth out there. And some people are on the right path. They're sniffing down the path. They know they're on the right way. They're going down the right path. They know it. They feel it. It's inside of them. It's because it's written inside their hearts. Because they know what the truth is when they hear it. Anyway, I will provide links in the description. Claims to be working on the same team. He better hope so. Judgment Day is coming. I know Samyaza's running around trying to get people to post that he's God on billboards. Really? I don't even think he's incarnate, but he's definitely trying to work at people through music apps. Fascinating method. It didn't work. They will all fall. Now, something else to show you all. These guys have it wrong because they think that the people down here on the planet are the watchers, or some of them. And I guess there's basically some of the team that incarnated down here that are watchers, that are kind of the eyes for the creator, basically. But so these guys, Vision Video, they have a very interesting movie on their channel that I was led to. Gabriel leads me everywhere I need to go, just at the right time. Tick tock. So, The Watchers, Revelation, full movie. It's grade B acting, but it's a very good movie nonetheless. The Watchers are the Igigi, the ones that were supposed to watch over you, not lord over you. What they are, the RH negatives sitting on thrones. Hint, hint. Yeah, shots fired over the bow. You better duck, 'cause it's coming. The one that created the humans down here is not happy at all. They really thought they could stop the one that created all this. They really thought they could. Yep, spring clean. Like the song says from Led Zeppelin, Stairway to Heaven. If there's a bustling in your hedgerow, don't be alarmed now. It's just a spring clean for the May Queen. Judgment Day. It's a comin'. Consider yourself warned. That's not coming from me. That's coming from Gabriel. And the great pretenders. That's what he always says to me. They're the great pretenders. They are liars. What's interesting is one of them has lied to you numerous occasions. I have not. Numerous occasions. And you still follow. You know, the song says there are two paths you can go down, but in the long run, there's always time to change the road you're on. What road are you on? Because if this clarity, the sword of destiny, truth and clarity, doesn't set you free from that, then you better worry about that spring clean coming up. Judgment Day. Treating the humans like your cattle is unforgivable. and continuing to lie to them is unforgivable. You know, there's a particular verbiage that they call the humans. They hate you a whole bunch because God loves you a whole bunch. They're incessant liars and whiners. But I want you to listen to this little clip here and see if you find some commonality going on. And I hope your light bulbs are going off, because if they're not, you're on the wrong path. One of the Igigi is what this guy's playing, but watch and listen.
You know you were followed.
That's impossible. I switched vehicles a few miles back. It will take those fools from the NSA some time before they even find me here.
Not from your car.
I hate it when you do that.
I hate every minute I gotta spend with you hairless monkeys.
Oh, do tell. He called you hairless monkeys. Ring a bell? Much? I would never call you that. You're the children of God. You're not monkeys. Far from it. But when I saw that, I was like, interesting choice of verbiage. Because somebody else has called you that too. Are you a monkey? You are if you keep following real monkeys. Igigi monkeys. They're jealous of you. Do you not get that? They want what you have. It's something that God, Allah, the cornerstone that's been rejected, gave you, which was something really special, piece of her. And will the real Slim Shady please stand up? Because I know the real Gabriel's on my team. Heads up, or should I say, duck and cover. That's why they're making little tunnels into the ground, because they really do think they can escape what's coming. They won't trust. They won't be able to burrow far enough or deep enough. Nope. Hairless monkeys. The one thing that this movie does have wrong is who God is. And they also have one other thing wrong. Who the Watchers are. The ones that were supposed to be babysitting Eden. Arcadia. A name that was in my subconscious for some reason. I thought I made it up. Turns out I probably did way a long time ago. Am I simply an avatar of the creator, the goddess? I don't know. Could be. Because how can she be up in the heavens and incarnated on the planet at the same time? Oops. Did I let out a secret? Anyway, Sword of Destiny. Truth and clarity. By the way, yes, by the one. There's one that accused me of lying. There's actually an Igigi that was going to step forward and tell you that you're wrong. What you accused me of? Yeah, you're wrong. You got it in your little mentally twisted head that I had done something that I had not, or that I did not do something that you asked of me. Here's the thing, I did do that. He just chose not to call you. The one that goes by Abaddon. And then you got it twisted in your head somehow that I was lying. Paranoid, delusional, and over emotional is what you are. I never lied. I never will. Because that's one thing I knew when I started my channel, that nothing but truth. Nothing. I had to be above reproach. Period. End of topic. Does it irritate me? Yes. Do I still love you and care about you? Yes. Is there still time to change the road you're on? I don't know. Let's hope so, for your sake. Do not mock me, and do not mock my husband. Remember the song, "What if God was one of us? Just a slob like one of us." Exactly. The prophecy of the Lakota. You know that prophecy. You made a huge mistake. I suggest you correct it. And don't be a traitor to your people anymore. Because just like this guy in this movie was a traitor to the humans, I see it the same. I hope you watch that movie. Remember that ritual I did where the two doves flew out of the cave? That was symbolic of them being released because Judgment Day is coming. Yep. Based on what they're telling me. It's never too late to change the road you're on. But tick-tock, time is of the essence, and time is short. The great pretenders, the Igigi. Yeah, they really want some of that DNA. Why do you think Princess Diana's dead? She made the mistake of marrying into the Igigi family. Amphibian, reptilian, tomato, tomato. The rest of you that have Rh negative blood, that aren't part of them, have nothing to worry about. Nothing. You're merely a product of a long line of mistakes. But you're not a mistake. You have. After all, you're created in the image, right? So you don't have anything to fear. The ones that committed the acts in the first place are the ones that have everything to worry about. You know, it's funny because the governments of the world are being run by the Igigi, along with some other ET races. Yeah. So anybody that's come to you that's connected to a government, that should have been your first sign. Should have been the first one. Where's your intuition now? You definitely aren't using your head, because if you were, that would have been the first sign something's wrong. Because somebody could very likely get their hands on artifacts and old things from past wars and things like that if they're connected to a government. Hint, hint. If the alarm bells aren't going off in your head right now, well, you're lost to us if that's the case. Anyway, like Gabriel says, TikTok. And I do hate, I really hate having to make a video like this. It shouldn't be the case. It's written inside your hearts, inside your souls. You know damn well I'm telling the truth. As I said in the past, I've let remote viewers look at me. They know I'm different. There's a reason. It's because of who I am. I even had trouble swallowing that for a long time. Lots of doubts. Like I said, I'm either her or I'm an avatar. Either way, that's problematic for the Igigi, isn't it? Because Judgment Day is coming. They've been living on your backs while you toil and pay taxes. And living above you like you're nobody. To them you are nothing but hairless monkeys, as they said. And they use that very verbiage. Or cattle. Or insects. That's what they call you. You're simply there to toil away while they live the high life. And they know about the incarnation thing. Yep, they sure do. Yep. I'll provide links under the video. You should watch this movie. It's quite fascinating because they do link the Anunnaki and the spaceships and some other things. So it is entertaining. And they're close to the truth. Very close. Just people haven't figured out who Allah is. Who's Allah? The cornerstone. The goddess. You ever wonder why she's shown with two, with both sexual genitalia? It's because she's the creator. She didn't need anybody else to make you. Nope. Anyway. I'm getting messages. And I know who from. So yeah. Anybody that's connected to a government and showing you artifacts and documents from the past, that should have been your first big hint. And they actually admitted to lying to you. But how many lies have they not admitted to? Including the fact that Gabriel calls them the great pretenders. They are liars. And it's like I always said, I would submit to lie detector test, not by the Igigi, by others. There are many of you that are highly psychic. You know what I'm saying is true. And those of you that read tarot cards, just do the cards on me. You'll see I'm not telling a lie at all. Anyway, like I said, this channel's been about nothing but truth and clarity and revelations, because guess what? The age of Aquarius is the apocalypse. It is the great reveal. It is the book of Revelations. Not the tampered one, the real one. The Igigi tampered with the books. They tampered with the ancient tablets. And they are the great pretenders. That's all going to come to a screeching halt soon. Anyway, I do hate making videos like this. Except for she is the lady in white whom plays chess. A whole thousands of boards at the same time. And every piece that you move affects all the other boards. For sure. It's time. Revelations. I hope this did enlighten you. If it didn't, I feel bad for you. Because it makes my heart ache to see any of you suffer. Or those of you that don't wake up. To what's really going on. I have another video coming up with more revelations. Big ones. Like I said, you better hope you're playing on the same team. You say you do, but you're a known liar. Judgment Day is coming. And we'll know. 'cause the real Slim Shady's watching. To the rest of you, beautiful days ahead, 'cause you're going to be set free. Finally. It's true, God does love you. And she's not a wrathful, vengeful God. Gabriel can be, for sure. She can be too, but only when it's called for. Anyway, more revelations to come. And you are loved. Bank on it, or we wouldn't be doing the missions we're doing and putting our heads on the line.